Welcome back, you gorgeous weirdos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. I am clearly very excited about this mani. I haven't done a dip powder ombre in so long. I'm going to be using these colors. They are from Sassy Mouth's Mystic Mermaid collection. I'll leave everything linked down below for you guys in case there's something you feel like checking out, but we're going to get right into it. Ombre with dip powder is so much easier than you're probably overthinking it. I'm just going to apply my dip base coat the same way I normally would. Nice and thin, nice and even across the entire nail. But we're going to bust out a couple little eyeshadow brushes. I get them cheap off Amazon. They're from Wet n Wild. They're like 89 cents. You don't need anything crazy. And I'm going to start the ombre. So I'm going to do a 2-color ombre. I'm going to start with the color closest to the free edge and just start sprinkling it over the free edge. You want to keep a light hand on this because the heavier you sprinkle that powder, the harsher that line can be. So I'm starting off kind of heavy on the edge, but as I'm going up towards the center of the nail, I'm lightening my touch a little bit and picking the brush up further away from the nail. That'll give you a more sporadic look. You also want to make sure you're rotating your nail back and forth so you're getting all the way over to those sidewalls. Once you have this first color down where you want it, tap off the excess, and then we're going to grab the other color and fill in that space in the back of the nail. Now we're going to do this 3 times. 3. I know that seems like a lot, but when you're pouring over or sprinkling over dip powder, it's a very thin application. So don't worry about getting thick and bulky. That's not going to happen. I promise. I'm going to clean around my cuticle area per usual. And then we're going to do nail number 2. I'm going to let you watch nail number 2. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to do the second coat. So let's get into coat number 2. I'm going to dust off all of that excess dip powder. Everything is nice and dry and set, so you can dust it off. Of course, that'll depend on your dip liquids. You don't want to dust off prematurely. You'll mush things up. Anyways, coat number 2. We're going to do this pretty much the same way. Same application of your dip liquids, but instead of starting with the blue at the free edge, I'm going to start with the purple at the back of the nail towards the cuticle area. I feel like alternating colors helps that blend become absolutely seamless, and that's exactly what this ombre was for me. The blend is blending exactly as the blend should blend. So again, purple dip powder up to the free edge. I start on my skin, which sounds crazy, but I don't want to go too far down the nail, so I start pretty high up and gradually bring that powder down to the center of the nail where I want it. Again, rotating my finger side to side to make sure I get all the way to those edges, all the way to the sidewalls. And once you have your purple or whatever color you're using at your base, once you have that where you want it, you can flip your finger upside down and tap off excess. You don't want to tap off excess pointing your nail down because that purple powder is going to fall down your nail, and then you're going to have purple where you want the blue and you're not going to be happy. So gently rotate your hand upside down, as you're going to see me do here in a minute. Tap off the excess, and then you can go in with your blue powder. See, rotate, tap. Now we're going to go in with the blue and fill in that free edge. I'm going to let you watch again in silence the other nail, but when we come back, we're going to flip the order of products yet again. Blue first, purple second, and wait till you see how blendy the blend is. It's so perfect. So here is what we are looking like so far with 2 coats. They're looking pretty good, minus the cat hair, but we're gonna do one more coat to get that blend ultra blendy. So we're gonna do the same process for the last time. This time we're gonna start with the blue at the free edge, and then we'll do the purple. So we're flipping these products 3 times total. This will, of course, also depend on the products you're using. If you need more coverage, you can always add an extra coat. If you feel like putting clear on top of this, you totally can. If you want to do clear underneath this, you can do that too. I don't know why you would, unless you're filing off your dip color and doing backfills. That's the only point I ever see really that clear as a purpose under your color. But you know, they're your nails. You do what you want with them. You don't have to listen to me. Just because I do this doesn't mean y'all have to do this. So I'm going to get the ombre done. I'm going to do the second nail, and then I'm going to dust off all the excess and activate, and then you're really going to see the blendiness of the blend. Has anyone counted how many times I say blend yet? We need a blend counter on screen. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Clean around my cuticle area. I'm doing that every single time in case y'all aren't paying attention. Always clean around the cuticle. It's how you get a nice clean cuticle line. I'm going to go ahead and dust off, do the second nail. Then we're going to activate, do a little filing, finish this up, and wait till you guys see. So here's what we were looking like now after activation. That blend is blending. It's making my heart so happy. So I waited a good minute. I did my other nails off camera, just solid colors. So I'm going to go ahead and activate those. And then while those are activating, I can start filing and buffing the ombre nails. That way I don't have to wait because I have zero patience. So if you need a little filing help, I got you. I'm going to show you how to file right here, right now. I use a couple of different files. I generally like this really skinny wooden nail file. I feel like it just gets right into that little nook by the cuticle area, but you don't need it. You can use any file that you love, but I'm going to just clean up the cuticle area a little bit. Make sure it's nice and rounded and smooth and even. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my cuticle line, but if you are not anal retentive like I am, feel free to not do any of this. Do you need to file dip powder? No, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. This application for me was actually really smooth and seamless, so I don't need to do a ton of filing. I feel like if you can really master your application, then you really don't need a whole lot of filing. There was something in my nail. I don't know what it was, a speck of black something, not a clue. It could be a crumb, could be chocolate. no idea what. It could be an ant or a gnat for all I know. Something got in there. I'm trying to get it out. It's not going to come out. We're going to live with it for the rest of our lives. Will I edit it out in pictures? Absolutely, because ew. But anyway, I'm just going to file around the perimeter. Then I'm going to take my buffing block and I'm just going to give it a once over with my buffing block. And that's going to be it. I want to make sure that I'm cleaning up my free edge as well, because that can get a little jagged, if you will. I don't know how it happens, but sometimes it does, especially for me with my short nails. The edge can get a little bit jagged, so I want to make sure I'm cleaning that up with my file, buffing it smooth because we're doing dip top coat. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my nails off camera. We're going to top coat these and you'll get to see the finished look. So I got all my filing and buffing done. And now at this point, if you wanted to get up and wash your hands, you totally can. I'm lazy, so I'm not getting up. I'm just going to grab my alcohol. That's just rubbing alcohol, not the drinking kind. I'm just going to clean off my nails of any dust and debris from filing, and then we can get ready for top coat. Now at this point, you can use any top coat you want. You want to use gel, go ahead and use gel base first. If you want extra security, use a gel primer and then gel base and then gel top to avoid peeling, chipping, cracking. You can use regular nail polish top coat if you want. I really like the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel regular polish top coat, but today we're doing dip top coat, which means we're going to start with our activator. Activator is what cures, hardens, dries your dip base and your dip top. So in order for your dip top to dry completely, glossy, perfectly, you need that coat of activator. It all depends on what nail system you're using. Most of them work the same. I have used a ton of different dip powder liquids, and I have rarely had an issue doing the same exact method of top coat for each one of them. So if this works, great. If not, read your instructions, because your distributor, manufacturer, company, whoever might be more specific in their instructions, but this is what I'm going to do. After letting that activator sit for just a minute, I'm going to go ahead with a dry piece of paper towel and just remove any excess activator residue that I might have left on the nail when the activator dries and go up in the air, evaporate. I'm going to get off any excess activator residue because that can contaminate your top coat. Now I'm going to go in with my dip top. This is a 2-in-1 system, so this is dip base and dip top. But if you're using like a 3-piece system, just use your dip top coat. You can use base too, they're interchangeable. So I'm going to do 3 quick swipes down the nail, clean off my brush, go back in the bottle to pick up more product, and move on to the next nail. I find it super important to not take up too much time when you're doing this because it is an air dry product. So as soon as the brush hits the activator, it is starting to dry. The more you swipe it and manipulate it, the less even and glossy it's going to dry. So keep it quick. Don't take too much time. I am wiping off the brush on the paper towel just in case there is any activator that comes in contact with that brush, because if you leave activator on your dip top coat brush, it can harden, and if you put it back in the bottle, it'll contaminate your whole bottle and then it's unusable, and nobody wants that. So I take extra precaution wiping off my brush in between each nail just to make sure I'm preserving my liquids. I don't want to go buy more product. I'm sure y'all don't either. Come on, inflation. No, I don't want to spend more money. Anyways, after that has a few seconds to dry down, it'll get a little wrinkly looking and dull. Then you can go on with coat number 2. Coat number 2, you can take a little bit more time. You can do an extra swipe or 2 and cap your free edge if you want to. Not necessary. but I feel like that will improve the longevity of your manicure by capping the free edge. But essentially we're doing the same thing that we did the first time. A couple of swipes down the nail. You don't want to move too slow. You definitely want to get it on there and move on. Cap the edge, wipe off the brush on the paper towel, get back in the bottle, and move on to the next nail. And we're going to let this sit and dry down for at least 2 to 3 minutes. I would say occupy yourself for 5 minutes before you touch or breathe or do it. No, you can breathe. Don't breathe on the nails. Breathe away from the nails. Don't die. Don't pass out. Oh my God, I'm going to get sued. Anyways, let it dry down. And then you can go ahead and put on your cuticle oil and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to give this a few minutes and I'll come back with a finished look. So it's been about 3 minutes and these are completely dry to the touch, which is amazing. They look great. They're glossy and gorgeous. And that blend though, that ombre is making my heart so happy. I'm going to go ahead and grab some oil. This is body oil that I found on the TikTok shop. I will try to link it down below if I can find it. You can use any kind of oil that you want. Cuticle oil, jojoba oil, body oil, olive oil, coconut oil, whatever oil your preference is. Go ahead and slap that on your cuticle area. Make sure you're getting underneath your nail too. This will keep your skin healthy and moist and hydrated. Oh, I said the M word. Who's cringing over there? It'll keep your skin nice and hydrated because we do a little damage, you know, when we're doing filing and buffing especially. Your skin can get very dry. So you want to make sure you're rehydrating your skin and your nails. And totally off topic, but if you're a tatted chickadee or dude like I am, this oil is really nice for tattoos. It brings your ink right back to life. So if you're looking for an oil like that, like an all over multi-purpose oil, this one is fabulous. It smells like coconuts. Oh, it's so good. So here's a finished look. I am obsessed. These colors blend so beautifully together. The blend is blending. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me today. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you. Bye.